The 6-figure versus 7, 8, 9, they all make decisions as every step of the ladder goes up. They make decisions even more quickly. Take massive action. Okay, it doesn't sound like that. Hold on. Take massive action. Because you will elevate quickly when you're with people that are at a higher level than you. Like, you know, when you just deliver a great experience or you do something so kind for someone and they're so appreciative, it's like, that felt good. It feels good to give. It feels good to take care of other people. And then number 10, how did we scale? Ads and more ads and better ads. Today, we're going to talk about how we took our business in 2024 from 1.4 million to in 2025, 6.5 million, and how in 2026, we're going to take this thing to greater than 10 million. And I just know it. This is our year. So I want to give you honestly, a rapid fire reflection of when I was looking back and saying, what did we do that led us to scale? And so I wrote down 10 things. So I'm going to share with you 10 things about how we're scaling. And I actually made something up. Like I made another, like the more that I dive in and actually think and reflect, it's crazy how I can put together the reasons why something happened so clearly. I think very often we just go do the thing and we forget to look back at the thing. Like maybe it's a sales call that you did. Maybe it's an ad that you did. Maybe it's a video that you wrote. Maybe it's an email that you sent. How often do you actually go back and look at the thing and say, did I do this well? How can I reflect and be better? And one of the things I'm training my brain to do, and I'm training my team and our brain to do, is to default to reflect. And the way that you train someone to default to reflect is you actually make the reflecting a habit so that it becomes a default. And so what I'm going to do on today's episode is share with you the 10 things that we are doing to scale past 10 million this year. And then I'll also share a few other little bonus nuggets of extra things that we're doing. But when I outline these are things that I truly believe led to the growth of last year. And then I'll share with you the little nuggets for this year too. So by the way, before you continue on this episode, make sure that you've gotten your ticket to the Win with Paid Ads Challenge. And that is an opportunity for me to get to see you one-on-one and be able to give you personalized feedback, especially when you get a platinum ticket. That platinum ticket gives you an access and an opportunity for me to actually answer a specific question that you have for your business. And you'll be in the room with other 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs. It is invaluable. Get your ticket below. Let's dive into this. Okay. So the first thing about how we are scaling, how we were able to grow the business so well, is we make decisions quickly. And for those of you that have never listened to an episode before, you've never heard this, but for those of you that have, I will say this and I'll probably make a shirt about it eventually. Actually, we are making some merch, so just know that that's coming. But one of the things I love is that indecision is a prison, but you gain traction when you take action. You've heard me say that before. There are different types of people, and I absolutely understand and respect. Sometimes it's going to take other people, and maybe you, if you're listening, a little bit of a slower time to make a decision. But I will tell you this, the rooms that I've been getting in that have these 7, 8, and even 9-figure entrepreneurs, they buy, like you can almost see it. These 6-figure versus 7, 8, 9, they all make decisions as every step of the ladder goes up. They make decisions even more quickly because they don't have time to be in indecision. And they know that there's really no bad decision. Every decision is an education. And so what I found is the people who are achieving the most, they're actually just deciding things more quickly and putting things into action more quickly. It is a speed thing. And it's so funny because I remember laying in a tanning bed one time, don't judge me. I was laying in a tanning bed listening to Tony Robbins, and I'll never forget. It was when I first started my business, and all I hear is him on the other side, and he's like, take massive action. Okay, he doesn't sound like that. Hold on. Take massive action. Okay, I still can't do it. He has a voice like anybody else's. Just go with it. But he's really like, you take massive action, and then you do it again. You take massive action, you go in a different direction. Take massive action, and you're like, oh, this is working. And I just remember thinking about, like, when I was closed my eyes, laying there in that tanning bed, I remembered thinking of a clock. Okay. So I was envisioning a clock, and you know how a clock, if you close your eyes and think about it, it has like 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you look at the difference between 12 and 1 and 1 to 2, that little triangle, that little sliver of the pie between the hours, I envisioned in my brain that with every single little triangle, you're taking massive action, and out of the 12, you're going to find one that sticks. And so many people, they'll get through massive action 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they're like, why is this not working? And that's when they give up. and being able to make a decision quickly that this is or isn't working. That's the only caveat I have here is some people, they're taking massive action. Yes. And you do keep taking massive action, but some people are taking so much action that they're not letting anything gain traction. So you have to be really intentional of take massive action toward one specific thing and keep doing that specific thing and other actions for that specific thing. That's one thing that I really feel like helped us. Number 2 is investing on anything and everything before we are ready. Whether it is hiring, whether it is advertising, whether it is paying an expert, we did it before I felt like we were ready. And that has paid off indefinitely because it has allowed us to pay for speed. And so what I think in my brain is I'm like, okay, I would rather not have this money. I'd rather have the asset or this decision or this thing or this knowledge. So how quickly can I speed up my results by just paying like crazy and investing before we're ready? So that has been honestly a game changer for our business in last year. And number 3 is paying for expertise with the 4 C's. So these 4 C's, these are huge. These are huge for you if you're trying to grow a company. And so I wrote down the first one is the C of coaching. Getting other people. So if you think about coaching, that is paying other people for their knowledge. The second C is connection, paying to be around other people who have connections. For instance, I invested 5 figures to have someone with an 8-figure business come to train my mastermind people in February of this year. And I know that yes, I am paying for their keynote, their topic, but I'm also paying to build a connection with that person because I will get to connect with that person. And the way that my brain works is I'm like, even 5 minutes of just one-on-one time with this person could allow me to show them how I can also help them and they can help me. And even if I can't help them or they're like not in a place where they need my services, they will know someone who is, and it could be an affiliate and a partnership. Every connection, every conversation is worth it. And so, the first thing is coaching. The second thing is connection. So paying to get advice and then paying to connect and paying to be around people who are connected. That is number 2 is connections. The third thing I want to pay for is that we paid for that I truly believe helped scale our business so quickly was community. So getting in other people and being in community with other people who are either at my level or layer or above. So if you are about to invest in a program, say you're about to invest in my mastermind, I have a mastermind and I have 2 masterminds. One is you have to have a 6-figure business. One, you have to have a 7 or 8-figure business. And I had people that when I first started my mastermind and made it 7 and 8 figures, she was like, I'm just freshly 7. And I was like, great, you need to be around the 8 because you will elevate quickly when you're with people that are at a higher level than you. And so, and simultaneously, it's nice to be in people who are at a similar level than you because they might be just one little step ahead to give you an idea so that you can get feedback. And you also just feel so validated. The way that at our Hall of Fame retreat for our 7 and 8-figure entrepreneurs in December, we had this one moment and it was a really, really, really special moment. And all of us, or not all of us, I would say most of us in the Hall of Fame had children. And one of the challenges that we were able to identify was how we feel this guilt associated with the time that we spend on our business versus the time we spend with our kids. And I've never had a room of that many successful people that we were all able to like have a moment and be like, oh, this is like a thing that you're feeling like really struggling with. And we were literally able to help each other as humans through something we were all really struggling with. And I just feel like that was so special. That's why community matters, because sometimes you feel like you're isolated. Like, am I the only one struggling with this? And just feeling seen and validated and not feeling guilt was just, it was a really special moment. So, and these are very successful people, 7 and 8-figure businesses. And we're like, yeah, this is what we're struggling with. So that community really matters. And then D, that we invested in. So I said that, these are the 10 ways we scaled. 1, making decisions quickly. 2, investing before we're ready. 3 is paying for expertise with the 4 C's. The 4th C, so it's coaching, connection, community. The 4th is career building. And that is paying for people who have skills and values and beliefs and ideas that you don't to be a part of your company. I am really thinking about now, especially in 2026, how can I pay people that are smarter than me? I want to learn from everybody else that for me and my team, we all just want to learn and be better and be challenged. And the way that we're going to do that is just paying for career building, getting people to actually want to build their career here and nowhere else. So those are the 4 C's that we invested in that I really feel like helped us grow last year. So the 4th thing out of the 10 is taking feedback like crazy. If we were defensive, if we were not open to feedback, we would never be able to make our product the best advertising training product that exists. There's nowhere else. And so we are so receptive to feedback and we apply it very quickly. My team and I will know this. And even my clients actually complimented me, which I thought was very freaking kind. So for those of you that are listening that have given me this feedback, I hope you know how much I genuinely appreciate it. They'll be like, hey, I watched you change feedback and like change the program this year. And I got more than I paid for because you sold me on XYZ and I got this and it was so much better and different. And I just, that's my goal, is to continue to make it better. So taking feedback like crazy. I believe that you can't get feedback if you're not doing something to get feedback on or asking for the feedback. And so if you're not getting feedback from your clients, your customers on your team on what you could be doing differently, you are missing out on making your product the best. And that's what we're all about up in here. How can we make this thing better? And how can we just invest to make it the best? Number 5 is making our product better than everybody else's. So I know 4 is we take feedback like crazy. 5 is we make our product better than everybody else's. We work so hard to make the client experience the absolute best. And it is not perfect because in my brain, it's never going to be. So it is always going to be something I'm like, we could make this better. We could make this better. How can we make it better? How can we make it better? And you know what? Nobody wants to be a part of something that's just staying about the same. I'm reading this book right now. It's called The Science of Scaling. And it basically says if your company isn't rapidly growing, then it's probably slowly dying. And so being able to say, what can we do to make our product better than everybody else's? Even this year, we've already implemented things that are making that is allowing our clients to win with their paid ads even better and even sooner. That is something that we've really been working on, is how can we just be better than anyone else who could teach ads? And the good news is every time someone says that they've taken another cheap ads course somewhere else, I'm like, tell me about it. Tell me about your experience. Tell me what was the pain point. What was the challenge? And I'm like, okay, we're going to do everything we can. And that's why ours is better. So number 6, one of the reasons that we grew is admitting that we're wrong and admitting when we're wrong. And I'm the first to do it. I just wanted to take one quick second and remind you that you are invited to the Win with Paid Ads Challenge. So it's 5 days and you learn the 5 most important things for you to be able to actually win with your ads in your business. Day 1, messaging what you say. Day 2, setting where you say it. Day 3, targeting who you're getting your ads in front of. Day 4, testing how you improve your ads. And day 5, scaling and profiting, which is ultimately what you really want, right? So click the link below this video for you to join the Win with Paid Ads Challenge and make sure you get your platinum ticket, because I'll be able to look at your business and give you personalized feedback. Click the link below. Let's get back to the video. So I read this book called Extreme Ownership. I'll link to that book below this episode, Extreme Ownership. It's really good. And one of the things that I've done since reading this book is when something doesn't go well with a client or with a team member, because I think so often we talk about all the good, and I'm going to be honest, I have the best clients and the best team that exists. And so 95% of the time, things are absolutely amazing. And 5%, it's just like normal human stuff. And you're like, this is not going well. I don't like this. I want to make it better. And oftentimes, I think I've said this before, I get frustrated when people don't read my mind. And I'm like, that is the most unrealistic expectation you could ever have. You will, if you're expecting people to read your mind, you will always be disappointed. And so me being able to like take ownership and say, you know what, I bet it's because I never communicated this. I bet it's because I never made this clear or asked questions or was curious or got feedback. Me being able to say, yep, I know this isn't what it should be. That's also my fault. And what can we do to fix it? So being able to admit when you're wrong is a big thing that I feel like has helped us. Number 7 is knowing that everything is data. So in my opinion, nothing is good or bad. It is simply just data that helps us inform what we're going to do or not do. I think so often people really get sidetracked. They're like, well, this is going wrong and this is going wrong. I'm like, great. What an opportunity for you to be able to say, how can we make this better? What can we do about this? What could we have done differently? So just knowing that everything is data. And remember, I'm going to make a shirt about this eventually, and it's going to say data over drama. Don't tell me you feel like your ads aren't working. Give me the data. Are the ads working? Are you getting clicks? Are you not getting conversions? Let's really dissect this, and just being so clear and knowing that it's actually good when your ads aren't converting, because it gives us an opportunity to say, what can we fix? Because there is always a next move. Number 8 is making other people win our number one priority. So I actually said this on a team meeting recently. We're reading this book called Unreasonable Hospitality, and apparently everybody else on the planet has read this one but me. So if you haven't, I'll also link that book below this episode. So Unreasonable Hospitality, there's this one thing okay, I'll give you the context of this book. So I'm in a mastermind about short-term rentals. And for those of you that do or don't know, I have a short-term rental. I may also link that. Man, there's going to be a bunch of things linked below. But I have a short-term rental, and we advertise it directly. So we don't actually post on Airbnb or VRBO to fill it. We actually advertise it straight direct. And I'm in a mastermind where that's exactly what they do. Is they built their business and they teach on just the operations of building a short-term rental. And one of the things that they do is advertise. And I was like, yeah, this makes complete sense. So of course I knew how to do that. So I was excited to do the short-term rental. I'm probably going to have a whole episode on how that's going. And I'll give you an update later. But they mentioned that book, Unreasonable Hospitality, because when I experienced their property at Bolt Farm, it was next level. And I was like, where did this come from? And they referenced this book. And so I went and read it. And it was about I think it's called like Levison Madison Avenue or something like that. It's one of the top restaurants in New York City, a fine dining restaurant, and how they ranked number one, basically, is the story. And it's about unreasonable hospitality, going beyond what you would think is absolutely reasonable and just doing the next level, which is actually one of our core values of as a company, is next level. And so everything, it's like off brand to just be, yeah, this is good. Like, we want to be great. That's why I say we choose to be the best on purpose and for a purpose. So one of the things that I really feel like helped us is we don't win if our clients don't win. And so I told the team, I was like, I can't take care of you if we don't take care of the clients. Because if our clients are absolutely killing it and winning, that gives us the opportunity for us to invest in the team and help every single goal that we all have for our lives be achieved. But if our clients are failing and they're canceling or they're unhappy and they're not getting results, like, our dreams are splat, right? So I was like, our number one priority has to be our clients. And so obsessing over other people's problems so that they can win. One of the things it says in Unreasonable Hospitality, which is so dang good, is it says that it is kind of a little bit selfish to take care of other people because it feels so good. Like, when you just deliver a great experience or you do something so kind for someone and they're so appreciative, it's like, that felt good. It feels good to give. It feels good to take care of other people. And so that is our obsession over here at the Paid Ads Academy. Number 9 on what I feel like helped us scale is buying back my time and then slowly actually buying back my team's time. So I would be like, okay, Laura Beth, what are you doing that you should not be doing? And how can we invest in having someone else own and come onto the company to take that off your plate? Even my executive assistant, her plate got so full that there was someone who is her friend that actually works on our business and helps with the kids. And we were like, hey, I wonder if she could just do these tasks, because these are ones that would give Rose space to do X, Y, Z. So it's all like, how can we have room for strategy and then slowly be able to delegate for people to execute? But honestly, me being able to take the cooking and the cleaning and even the hiring Rose as my executive and personal assistant, which if you haven't seen that episode, you need to go listen to it a couple episodes back. Buying back my time gave me time to be able to think about the systems and process and team and strategy and coaching and even the content like this that I wanted to create that would help our clients elevate and win. So my role as CEO right now is content, coaching, and being creative about how we can grow the company. Like, those are my lanes that I'm really trying to spend time in. And so I really don't feel like we would have scaled if we hadn't invested in being able to buy back some of my time so that I was spending my time on the things that are most worth it for my time. Let's see. So that was number 9, buying back my time. And then number 10, how did we scale? Ads and more ads and better ads. So we spent more on advertising than we've ever spent, and we got more revenue than we ever had. And one of the things I'm going to do in 2026 is continue to have more ads and better ads. And with the Andromeda update on Meta simply needs more ads. Now, I'll tell you, when I say more ads, I don't just mean more ads in Meta ad sets. I mean more ads on Spotify, more ads on LinkedIn, more ads on TikTok, more ads on YouTube, more ads on Google, more ads on Amazon. I'm like, I want to be every single place that my prospects and clients are and where my competitors are. So I want to be seen everywhere. And that's actually what makes us different as a company at Paid Ads Academy, is it is more than just Facebook and Instagram. It is all of these different places. Shoot, Pinterest. I want to be everywhere. So in 2026, one of our goals is more ads, better ads, and more platforms. So a few other things we're doing in 2026 to scale that's different. So, those 10 things were what actually led us to grow last year. 2026 is what are we doing this year? Well, obviously more ads and more team, and being able to invest in people with long, deep experience. So what I'm looking for now as we grow is people that have been doing the same thing in a same department or area for 10 to 20 years. Like, I want to start saying, what problems have you solved in companies exponentially larger than mine? Like, I want to have a community of leaders and people that have said, no, for the last 20 years, I helped scale this company to $500 million, and this is how we did it. I want me and my team to have access to that level of knowledge. So that's one thing that we'll do to scale in 2026. So growing the team, more ads, PR. So we actually, one of our clients, y'all, if you know me, I love supporting my clients. And so I wear their clothes, I buy their jewelry, I do their photography. Like, I hired them as a PR agency. So one of my clients invested in our ads training, and I was preparing for one of the calls, and I was looking at her website, and I was like, wait, she was like a Hollywood reporter. Wait, this is so good. And so I got to know her. I watched her video and her content, and I was like, this could be the person. So my team met with her, went off, and we decided it was going to be a great partnership. So PR, because at the end of the day, you're going to pay for exposure one way or the other. And thank God I know how to control the speed of paid advertising, because in my brain, it's guaranteed. It's like, for you, when you have a method, and once you figure out how advertising works and you have something that people are buying, especially if you have a 7 or 8 figure business, or even a multiple 6 figure business, if you know people want what you're selling and you're actually selling it, being able to advertise and speed it up, it's going to take a little bit of time to figure it out. But when you do, oh my gosh, the rewards, it's like you actually can control it. It just takes time. So now that I feel like I have control on the number one most important thing, which is the speed and actually having a lever in my business, now my brain is like, okay, what are these other lanes of opportunity? Organic exposure, PR, and press. Those are like the other cherry on tops that I've never dabbled into. And so that's something we're going to do. I also want some affiliate partnerships. So in 2026, I'm trying to find people with large audiences that can have an affiliate partnership with me, that I can refer business to them, and vice versa. They can share my challenge link and my opportunities, and be able to, just people that have other entrepreneurs and business owners and their audiences that want to get some massive rewards from having a sick affiliate partnership with us, because we help so many people. That would grow our impact. So anybody listening, if you feel like that like if that's you, if you're like, I have a massive audience, I'd love to figure out what that partnership could look like. If you do have a massive audience, please reach out. I'd love to partner with you. So that's one of my goals for 2026. The other thing is spend more on ads than ever before, on more channels we talked about. I'm going to do more LinkedIn this year. I want to do more LinkedIn organic and LinkedIn paid ads. It's actually one of the things that we teach. So I'm really excited to just expand into that more. The fun fact, I actually love writing. I love writing LinkedIn. I love writing emails, and I just want to create space so that I can create the content, because it's in my brain, and I want to be able to get it out. And then more long form content like this podcast and YouTube. I'm just going to keep doing more of this. I think there's a day where I would really love to have more than one episode a week. We'll see. But what I do know is I value like the consistency. So trying to figure out what that could look like, but having more long form content is my goal. And then we talked about more people and deeper experience. So that's it. That's where we're at. Those are the things that I feel like grew our company so well. And I know, like, this, that's the crazy thing, is you have to have a little bit of a crazy level of unreasonable belief that you can do something, even though it doesn't make sense. And so I actually think it does make sense, but I know that we can do 10 million this year. So I hope that you'll just follow along on this journey of going from 3 years ago. I mean, I really want to like think back for just a moment. In December of 2022, I quit my full-time job when I was 6 weeks pregnant. And my first year in my own business in 2023, I did $250,000 in revenue. In 2024, we did 1.4 million, and I had one teammate for the whole year, and then added 2 in the last month of the year. In 2025, we did 6.5 million and had 9 more teammates. So we, on average, almost hired 1 person per month, which is crazy. And in 2026, I see us surpassing 10 million and having greater than 20 people on the team. That is what I see. That is the vision. So I'm reporting live here in January of 2026. This is our goal. So follow along and we'll see where we end up at the end of the year. So don't forget, click the link below, get your ticket to the Win with Paid Ads Challenge. I would love to get to meet you and see you live and for you to be able to really dive into the 5 things that you have to have for your ads to win, so that we can teach you actually how to bring your paid advertising in-house, whether you or someone on your team does it. So click the link below, and I cannot wait to see you on the next episode.